Adjournment. The face of Colonel USteyn was shown live
When?
on TV. This is a contravention of the
Yeah, I know.
conditions that the court has laid down, that no witness face
Yes.
might be flighted
So what was the reason?
until, well, they say it was a mistake. We reserve our opinion as far as that is concerned, but we've been given the assurance that the footage will be deleted and will not be shown under any circumstances. That will be the only condition. my
Who
lord,
is saying that? Who is the person in charge of
Yeah,
this?
the court reporter was here, and the issue was raised with him.
Colonel, is hij tevreden met die
No, it's fine, man.
om tegen om de cellen te terugstellen?
It's fine. No,
Okay.
That's next.
Yeah, because they're not supposed to do it.
I understand, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a problem, thanks.
They can take out Dricker's stain.
Yes. They say the witness turned around
And then?
and faced the camera, and that is the reason why they say his footage was captured.
Okay. Okay.
We will only let it slide on condition that it doesn't happen again, my lord.
Thanks, yeah. I apologize for that.
Thank you. Colonel USteyn, we are on page 46 of your affidavit. The conversation between Longwe and Zandi, and we referred you to the download of Longwe, the time that is reflected there, and we ask you to comment on the time that is reflected there and page 46 of J1, the section 205 of Mxolisi Dlomo.
Yeah, that's correct, my lord. If you compare that time on the Vodacom spreadsheet, it's 18:57, and if you go to the download, it shows 04:57 p.m. And if you add the 2-hour rule, it's exactly then the same time.
And with reference to exhibit K4, the first page thereof, Advocate Mshololo put it to you that there in the shaded portion, there appears page 23,
That's correct, my lord.
and she also referred you to the 15th of October 2014, the third last page on the same exhibit. There appears an entry P4411, page 4411.
That's correct, my lord.
And she put it to that that is an indication that you are fabricating.
Yeah, that is definitely not true.
Yes.
Like I mentioned, I did it in the presence of, during my consultation with Advocate Malloy and Nkandla.
And these entries, what do they refer to? What is the purpose of those entries?
The entry on the first page, the page 23, that is my statement, my exhibit 01, and the page 4411, that it refers to the page on the Vodacom records, the section 205.
And when were these entries made?
In the morning during our consultation.
Right? Is it during the current session or the previous session?
No, this is.
Yes, we're referring to not the August
No, not the
proceedings,
August, no.
this year's proceedings.
That's correct.
Yes. And in the same vein, Advocate Mnisi suggested that we've already partly covered this, that the reason why the times don't follow on each other on exhibit K4 is because the information, as he put it, was planted.
That's also not true. It's definitely not planted. That is not the only entry which is not in a numeric order. If you go through the rest of the paper, there's other dates which also not 100% correct.
He also added that the fact that there was deletion of certain information might also have had an influence or an impact.
That's correct, my lord. If you go to the contact list, it's clearly that there was some stuff deleted.
And just lastly, on the issue of the evidence being planted, you responded that you received the CD from the investigating team and that the XRY program cannot be manipulated. You confirm that?
That's correct, my lord.
Advocate Mshololo put it to you that without seeing the device itself, the downloads cannot be confirmed. Can one access the downloads without the XRY program?
No.
Thank you, Malak, that is all.
Yeah, just about your CV, Colonel. Before we get to there, you remember before Advocate Mnisi had completed this first examination, I asked you about how you compiled the downloads together with the section 203. You told me about two other numbers, you remember? And you gave me a document like so.
That's correct, yeah.
Where's that document? Because we did explain, but I don't think we numbered it. Did we number it?
It's on that CD, which I handed in on Friday.
Yeah. Okay, did you hand it in?
Yes.
It's exhibit what?
It's exhibit K5 in brackets E.
Yeah, fine. So I'm not going to ask you about that because you have already explained. But my interest is just as a police officer, do you take an oath to perform your job?
That's correct, my lord. You can even refer to us our code of conduct.
Yeah. In terms of the police act.
That's
also.
correct, that as well, yeah.
And what happens if you transgress your code?
Like a normal law, they can take you for fraud or anything in that line.
How many cases? I see here you say, I'm reading your affidavit. You say you're attached to the National Cold Case Investigation Unit based in Pretoria, National Head Office, and you've acted as an analyst and investigation officer. And then two, you say, I've been attached to my current position since 2021, but before I was at the Priority Crime Management Center since 2009 as an analyst. I have up to date analyzed in excess of about 2,000 cases. Is it correct? Is it true? Let me ask you like that.
It could be more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2,000 cases.
It could be more.
Any
Yeah,
court ever told you you're a liar
No, not at all.
or rejected your evidence?
Never.
That's not possible.
No, never, my lord.
Never.
Never.
And have you appeared in the regional court and the high court?
That's correct, my lord. Even Cape Town, Joburg here, and we're currently busy in Natal as well, KZN.
The unit to which you were attached to,
That's correct.
because it said it was based in
The last 2 years in Pretoria.
Pretoria, no?
Yes, and before that in Joburg.
In Joburg.
Yes. No, and I also assisted the national non-ferrous team. So with that, I worked the whole country.
Have you lectured any of the rookies, young people who come in to be
Yes.
trained as analysts, etc.?
Yes, especially in my last years at the PCMC
Oh.
in Germiston in my office when I was in command of the team. And I lectured it, and some of the guys are already testifying for that.
I'm sorry to pry. I know you are retired. Do you have any interest in pursuing your career as a detective analyst?
That's correct, my lord. I'm currently busy assisting the people, and let's hope there's a contract coming for me or in the private sector.
Have you been trained outside the country, for instance?
No.
Never trained.
I can well mention that I do receive in-service training from people who's been trained outside the country.
Do you know any of the accused in front of this court?
Not before, I know them now.
What did you gain by fabricating, as it has been put to you by all the councils, by fabricating and conspiring to fabricate and perverting the course of justice? Or what would you gain in a case like this?
Absolutely nothing, my lord, because
When they give you a promotion, for instance, to say, oh,
then it's too late. Now it's too late. No, I agree with you. There's absolutely nothing in it for me which I can gain. And let's say fabricating evidence. Like I already mentioned before this morning, that time when they download the phone, not even no one knows about the number 202. So why should someone during the line put 202 in the spreadsheet?
but are you adamant that you have never been charged? I know some judges have been charged, for instance, my colleagues, who are alleged to have been dishonest or to have contravened the law or the ethics. Some of them have been charged.
No, never.
Have you never been
Never.
departmentally?
Never departmental.
Because when you read today that some police are also committing offences, and some of them happen to be charged. You have never ever.
Never, never. I'm a clean record.
Yes, Mr. Balui, any answers, questions arising from the court's questions?
No questions, my lord.
Mr.